Radio check.
Loud and clear.
I got you loud and clear.
You're too loud. You keep talking?
Test.
Better.
Test.
Alright, we're idling at 1,000.
Central traffic, 99 Foxtrot, turning right base, runway 4, full stop, Central.
I don't need that, it's all on my flight plan. The other side though.
There you go.
Alright, so 122.9, we're on that.
Good.
And then I want departure, which is 124.7.
Correct.
So that I can get flight
Central traffic, Blue Wedge Tower, you're departing to the east, left call.
wherever we're going.
Swim!
Manage your Tourette's. I'm going to be watching this later.
Oh yeah.
Central traffic, Strawberry 99 Foxtrot, final, runway 4, full stop, Central.
Ground speed.
Let's also go ahead and lean out the mixture just so it doesn't get too rich while we're on the ground. Yeah. Ground speed. I also, this is just my personal opinion, but I like to have distance as well, because that's really good situational awareness to have, so go ahead and change the top one to distance. The waypoint one's kind of useless to me. Like, you already know what your waypoint is.
Right there?
Yep.
Distance.
And
Oh, what's that?
that's desired track.
Okay.
So based off of what you put in the GPS, that's the magnetic track it wants you to follow. Track is what you're currently on.
Okay. So that's all good stuff then.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Should we be putting in waypoints into that now?
We can do that in the run-up.
Okay. Alright, so our radios are good, transponder is squawking VFR 1200 with the altimeter.
Yep.
Flaps are up, mixture is already leaned, check brakes.
Okay, ready to go?
Brakes are brakey.
Good.
Petri heat journey. Yep, so runway 4.
Yep. Left's clear, center's clear, right's clear. Oh, the steerman's not here. That's a plus. Yeah, we had a first Sunday of the month yesterday, which was obviously the last one of the year. It was pretty busy, as expected.
I need to come out for one of them.
Oh yeah, it's fun to, like, I had my own folks come out here once for that. It was fun.
Alright, 1,000.
Okay.
Doors are closed and latched.
Yep.
Brakes are on, flight controls. Free and correct.
Don't forget to check this side aileron too. I only saw you look out the left.
actually be using this one.
Oh yeah.
122 and a half.
Yeah, about 220.
Full. 1700.
Oh, there's one last step. Bring the throttle back. Double check the checklist.
Oh, fuel valve. Yep, good. They're rich.
Ah, there you go.
Already checked the trim. I'll double check it. Alright, drops and smooth. Good.
Drop, smooth.
Carb heat. Light drop, smooth.
And the RPM goes back up when you turn off the carb heat as well. That's important.
Alright, now our oil temp's not working, but the oil pressure's high.
Good.
Just dropping high voltage.
Good.
Suction's in the green, sucking, idle.
It still runs.
Alright, radio is still set.
Good.
Transponder's still transponding, lights on. And we are going to ignore that climb. We're going to do this climb. Pitching at 70.
Okay.
Alright, what do we do now?
Alright, so now we can start. Oh, actually, wait, hold on. Was there on the checklist, go back to the, radio set. So this is where I like to program the GPS
Okay.
to how you want it. So just start from top down, right? Okay, your frequencies are good. We got Santa Paula and then Point Magoo. We're going to ignore these VOR frequencies because we're going to use nav2 for VOR. We're going to use nav1 for GPS navigation, okay? So, but we'll mess with that in a second. Let's go ahead and load our waypoints. So you're going to hit flight plan. Push the cursor button. Twist the little knob because you see how the cursor is moving.
Yeah.
Now you want to put in your first waypoint.
Is risen, right?
Yeah.
And then, do I push or do
And
I
then
twist?
move the big knob to the right one click. Now twist the little knob and then select the rest of your letters. It's already pre-selected, so enter.
And then
Now move the little knob and put in the next waypoint.
RZS.
And enter. Enter.
Just is correct.
Nope. Oh, you deleted it accidentally. Yes, go ahead and put it back in. So hit enter. Do the next one.
Visa.
Enter.
And Ynez. ASMX.
Good.
Santa Maria.
Good.
Okay.
Now you can hit flight plan. And you're all loaded up. Your desired track is going to be 268 degrees magnetic.
Exactly what we had. Like you knew what you were teaching me.
What did I tell you?
Okay.
Apparently. I don't know how, but...
All right. And
okay.
Then, what? How are we doing this one?
Yeah, then we move down to the VORs, which is going to be... COM 2. I think it would be a great idea to load our ATIS and weather frequencies here.
Okay.
So what's the first weather frequency we're going to run into?
Camarillo would be the first.
But we're not going to Camarillo, right? Where are we going on the first leg?
Santa Maria.
Yeah. So why don't you go and put that one in?
121 point. I don't know these knobs.
So big knob for the big numbers, little knob for the little numbers.
121.15. 1.15.
Go and switch it. Yeah. And then San Ynez's frequency, we'll deal with that once we land and get set up for the next leg. But
okay,
that right now is going to be okay. And then for VORs, what's the first VOR we're going to use?
114.9.
Okay, so same thing here. Nav 2, big knob, big numbers, little knob, little numbers.
141.9.
And go ahead and switch it so it's in use.
And then our next one is Guadalupe VOR, which would go to 113.05.
Good.
Okay, so we're set up.
We're all set up. We're not going to test the VORs yet because we're not even in the air, so we may not even receive their signal.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, at this point everything looks good. We go ahead and roll forward and, do our takeoff emergency briefing.
So if we're going to be doing a right downwind departure.
Yep.
And if we have an engine or any emergency on the ground, I'm going to go floor to door.
Yep.
and get off the runway as quick as we can.
Okay.
And we'll go from there. Once we take off, if we lose an engine, I'll pitch for 65, look for the best landing spot, and then I'll go to the checklist. If there's time to communicate or switch my squawk to 7700, I will do that. The priority will be to fly the airplane.
Okay.
I will... if there's not time to try and restart it, I'm going to turn off the fuel, leave the mixture, turn off the ignition. I'll keep the master switch on because we might still be putting in flaps once we've determined the best landing spot, which will probably be the riverbed or a field. If we are below pattern altitude, then we'll do the flaps and then I'll turn off the master switch and we will crack the doors just before we land. Since we are going to be right downwind, somewhere around pattern altitude, we'll just have to make a decision or above if we can make it back to the runway.
Okay. Sounds good.
Questions?
No, no questions. Let's go and roll forward. And when you turn at a 45-degree angle, that's when we're going to activate the flight plan. We're going to do two things.
I probably should have leaned the mixture during that time.
Yeah, actually, I was going to say that would be a good thing to do too. After the run-up, if you know you're going to be on the ground for a couple extra minutes, just pull the mixture 1 inch. Because you're going to do lights, camera, action anyways to enrich the mixture.
Okay, I'm sorry. So when we get to a 45, we'll start the activate flight plan?
Yeah. So you're just going to hit the green activate button. Are you sure you want to activate flight services, departure?
Santa Paula traffic, Strawberry 99 Foxtrot crossing runway midfield, Santa Paula.
Good. Hit yes. All right. Your flight plan's now active. Now you
Santa Paula traffic, 99 Foxtrot's clear of the runway, Santa Paula.
So downwind's clear, base is clear, final's clear, runway is clear.
Santa Paula traffic, Cessna 9er Mike Bravo, departing runway 4 for a right downwind departure, Santa Paula.
Okay. And lights, camera, action. Lights.
Good on all that. And we're
what I like to do on camera, we're going to time it. So we're going to hit function to the count up, and then we're going to press start.
Oh,
We're
function
gonna time it.
start.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
All right, our 1 gauge is green. Airspeed's coming alive. Good.
Center Paul traffic, blue and white Starbreeze 2 to the east, going to fly extended downwind runway 4, Center Paul.
All right, we're going to look for that traffic.
I don't see them.
Crosswind's clear, downwind's clear. Go ahead and cut in right now.
Santa Paula traffic, Cessna 9er Mike Bravo on right crosswind, runway 4, Santa Paula. I got him.
Okay, insight.
Santa Paula traffic, Cessna 9er Mike Bravo on right downwind to depart the area, Santa Paula.
And then runway 4 as well, if you want to add, yeah. So you could just say, you know, right downwind, runway 4, right downwind departure. Because that's letting them know you're departing on the right downwind leg.
Now I want to pitch for 70.
Okay. And even though you're pitching for a certain airspeed, remember not to get too fixated on any single instrument.
Okay.
Think of the airspeed, and then look at where the nose is on the horizon, and you want to keep it on that point, because that will give you a consistent
Center Paul
airspeed.
traffic, blue and white Starbreeze downwind 12 straight bridge, runway 4, Center Paul.
Okay, our instrument check, suction's green, fuel's good, gauges are green, amps are charging, power stable. A little bit more right rudder in that climb out.
So if we were on runway 22, I would go north of the 126 already.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, by the time you're Beam Peck Road. By the time you're at Beam Peck Road, correct, I would do that. But in this example, with runway 4 in use, we'll stay on the south side for now. Maybe until we get closer to the Satakoy Bridge.
So are we over the junkyard?
It's coming up. I just see it off the right.
Center Paul traffic, blue and white Starbreeze, final 4, Center Paul.
Should I make this my last call?
Yeah, go for it.
Santa Paula traffic, Cessna 9er Mike Bravo on a right downwind, runway 4 over the junkyard. Final call departing the area to the west.
Yeah, so I would try to avoid saying right downwind at first because you might spook someone who's like already on a right downwind.
Okay.
Just say over the junkyard, 2,300 westbound climbing, last call.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, your last call is made, so we don't need to be on Santa Paula anymore. And now you can start flying towards your first waypoint.
So this is already programmed. I just need to center this, right?
Yeah.
Magoo approach, Arch November.
So your priority right now is just to start flying in the direction you need to be in, right?
Okay.
So,
11 Magoo approach, radar contact.
what? Remember your 268, which is pretty consistent with this as well. Because Lake Casitas is our first waypoint, right? So we want to start flying towards Lake Casitas. I have traffic. He's about 2 o'clock, but he's way lower. He's no factor.
No, one Magoo, apologies, sir. You are radar contact and loud and clear.
Priority is
LA center. Correction. That's 327.1.
Right about there.
Priority is 88, navigate, communicate.
November 215. Contact
So you're flying the airplane. We're navigating in the right direction. Then we can communicate and talk with ATC.
Okay.
So you're gonna get flight following. Now, just before we do that, notice we're just about to cross 3,000 feet. Yep, just 1 inch. Perfect.
Oh.
Interesting. That thing's screwed out. Yeah, you can just screw it back in. Was the friction lock super loose or something?
No. Well, I didn't think
Magoo
so.
approach, Arch November 84015 with you on the RNAV, Yankee runway 26.
Not super tight.
November 84015, Magoo approach. Maintain VFR, practice approach approved, no separate service provided.
Maintain VFR, practice approach approved, 015.
Okay. Alright, that should be alright. Let me see. Okay.
Magoo approach, Baron 120 Bravo, mile north, Camarillo, VFR class.
Baron 120.
So also what I would do on this thing is go to
120
flights.
Bravo's Baron BE 55.
Take your flight.
1 mile north, Camarillo, climbing through 3,000. We're going to Van Nuys at 3,500, looking for flight following.
Map. That way it's loaded in here.
Standby.
Oh, gotcha.
November 015, traffic, 1 o'clock, 4 miles southbound, 4,700 indicated.
Looking 015.
So you're going to ask for flight following. And
Okay.
it's the same as when you're getting flight following for local maneuvers. The only difference is you're going to say VFR flight following, Santa Maria, 6,500. Right? You're giving them your destination and your desired cruise altitude.
Okay.
November 20 Bravo, squawk 4706.
4706, 20 Bravo.
Approach Joe 72
Do I call them
at
approach or departure?
1,100 feet.
I would say approach.
VFR flight following to San Bernardino at 5,500 feet. We are a PA-28 slant golf.
On the San Bernardino, you're number 1, sir. I'll get right back to you.
Roger, Joe 72.
November 20 Bravo, radar contact 2 miles east of Camarillo Airport, 2,600. I'm going to number 3015.
3015, 20 Bravo.
Looking at Aspen 015, we've got San Miguel Island runway in sight. We'll connect it with you.
Aspen 0 Lima Foxtrot, radar service terminated, squawk VFR, fixed exchange approved.
Alright, thank you.
Point Magoo, approach Cessna 739er Mike Bravo, VFR request.
Under Mike Bravo, your number 2. We'll get back to you in a couple minutes. Stand by.
797
Alright, we'll
Lima
stand
through
by.
1500, 3000, heading 250.
November 797
That
Mike
sounds like
Lima,
Mark
Magoo
King.
approach, radar contact, climb maintain 8,000.
8000 Mike Lima.
Oh, we're starting to see our magenta line come back into view. And again, when you think about your route, right, the environment around you, this is pretty consistent with what you would expect to see going to Lake Casitas, as we've been to before.
November 015, contact Camarillo Tower 128.2.
128.2, 015. 282, reverse course.
Copies.
And just like,
November 7 Mike Lima, contact LA Center 135.5.
355 Los Angeles, 7 Mike Lima.
Group process on 577 Delta, request VFR flight following to Long Beach Airport.
Long Beach, request your number 3. We'll get right back to you here shortly.
all right, we're at 5,000 with 6,500 feet, so 1,500 feet remaining. And like always, you're always looking around for landing spots. Where would you put it? The only thing I
don't want to go that way.
The only thing I really see down here is just ahead, about my 1-2 o'clock position. There's a small field off the road.
Otherwise, could probably make it to...
Your left's probably the best bet because, yeah, there's that small field. We simulated putting an engine out down there. Also, check out all the fields by Oxnard too. That is a ton of open space.
I feel like we could definitely make that. I got my little glide slopey thing on here, and it goes out over the coast in Oxnard, so it almost can make it to Oxnard Airport.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, as soon as something starts going wrong, just start turning in that direction. So let's take a look here. We're showing a ground speed of about 82 knots. Kind of curious how that compares to what we projected.
I show 67.
67, interesting.
Huh. Maybe I did it
Well,
wrong.
albeit we are flying it a little bit faster, like our indicated airspeed is 75, which is fine. But again, that's important information to know, right?
Point Magoo, approach 4819 Zulu. We depart in Camarillo Airport, inbound for Whiteman Airport. We are right now at 1,000 VFR approach.
89 Zulu, number 4. We'll get back to you in a second here. Training in progress. 3 Tango Hotel, roger. Number 4975 Foxtrot Magoo, approach altimeter 3014.
500 feet to go.
For 20 Bravo, unfortunately our automated handoff system with SoCal is not operational at the moment. 20 Bravo, radar services are terminated in squawk 1200, and for service, contact SoCal 134.2.
34-2, squawk VFR, thanks for the help, 20 Bravo.
Called it, man. We're going to be right.
That's pretty good.
So I'm just going to nose down. I'm not going to adjust this, right?
So, pitch power trim, right?
Approach radar contact.
So, same principle as what I taught you. So, pitch the nose to the horizon, pull the power back.
VFR craft number 1 told to stand by. What's your call sign?
Okay, he's number 1.
Joust 72.
Joust 72, say request.
We'd like to request VFR flight following to San Bernardino at 5,500 feet.
Roger, remind us the type
so
aircraft,
pitch
please.
the nose to the horizon.
We are PA 28 slant golf.
A little bit farther down to the horizon. Right, remember to look outside as well, right? Keep the eyes out there. Now pull,
turn right heading 250.
pull the power back first to 2,500 RPM. I can tell you need a little bit more forward pressure. You're not quite at the horizon.
3 Tango Hotel, if you're still up, there's traffic 12 o'clock, 3 miles southbound from Santa Paula 2.2.
So push the nose down a little bit more.
I was looking.
And then pull back the power a little bit.
South 72, squawk 4624.
Squawk 4624.
So remember, you want to think of the compass as well.
3 Tango Hotel with that southbound turn.
Want to try to line up the compass with the horizon.
134.905.
495, thank you, sir. Good day.
A little bit more forward pressure.
Favor aircraft called out number 2, say requesting.
All right, that's you. Say your request.
Cessna 9er Mike Bravo, we're over Lake Casitas, requesting flight following to Santa Maria at 6,500.
Charles 72 radar contact, 5 miles east of Canberra Airport, 4,700. We're going to
pull back just a little bit of power. There we go.
3014, Joust 72.
November 9er Mike Bravo, squawk 4742.
Squawk 4742, 9er Mike Bravo.
All right, now turn the airplane so you're level.
Go approach Brazilio 465.
You let go of the yoke right now. What does the plane want to do?
We have a field set with Bravo, request a visual 2-1.
Yeah, let's go and give it a little bit more power. Try to get to 2,500 RPM.
Approach, maintain on top, continue inbound, expect the clearance momentarily.
Maintain on top, continue inbound, 465 Papa.
November 33 Lima Delta Magoo, approach altimeter 3014. November 9er Mike Bravo, radar contact 2 miles south of Lake Casitas, 6,400, Magoo altimeter 3014.
Did I repeat 3014?
3014.
3014, 9er Mike Bravo.
Yeah, my rule of thumb is just to read back numbers. If you hear a number, read it back.
Going right to left of the approach course 3,600.
Right.
It's a little bit higher above 4,500 and look for the traffic 465 Papa.
I think you need a little bit more nose down. Sorry, nose up trim. Sorry, nose down trim. So swipe the nose up a bit.
Joust 72, stand by.
That might have been a little too much.
Yeah. I think you were kind of doing it to the opposite at
thanks
first.
for that. Joust 72, SoCal 2875. Good flight.
All right.
12875.
Okay.
Thank you. Joust 72.
All right.
November 9er Mike Bravo, contact Santa Barbara approach 125.4.
Contact Santa Barbara 125.4, 9er Mike Bravo.
125.4.
125.4.
12 o'clock, 5 miles eastbound, 2,600 Cessna.
Still looking for
125.4.
872 vectors
Switch.
for the...
Okay.
All right. So, before we contact them, we're going to do a cruise checklist and make sure we're flying the plane first.
Okay.
So, let's go to your cruise checklist.
All right. Cruise checklist is this side. We are at 2,500 RPM. We are trim. Now we got to lean the mixture.
Okay. This is how you're going to lean the mixture. You're going to slowly twist the knob counterclockwise until the RPM starts to drop. Once the RPM starts to drop, you're going to stop what you're doing and go 3 twists clockwise. Keep going.
Just the right speed.
You can go a bit faster. Just twist it. Looking for that drop. Keep going. All right, that's the drop. You see that slight drop?
Yep.
So go 3 twists in.
Full twists or just wrist twist?
Just
like
a wrist
180s.
twist. Yeah, just a
1,
wrist twist.
2, 3.
Good.
Okay.
You're set. So we just set the RPM rich of peak. That's kind of what the terminology is called. Okay, so we're flying the airplane.
Okay.
We're navigating good. We're towards our waypoint. Now we're going to communicate.
Army 206
and talk to Santa Barbara approach.
Okay.
You're going to say Santa Barbara approach, Cessna 739er, Mike Bravo, 6,500.
6,500.
Yep. And they're going to respond to you with the new altimeter setting.
Okay. Santa Barbara approach Cessna 739 Mike Bravo at 6,500.
Number 739er Mike Bravo, Santa Barbara approach, Santa Barbara altimeter is 3015.
3015, Niner Mike Bravo. 3015, so I just need to barely...
Yep. The other way. So it's between the 1 and the 2.
Right
yeah,
there.
Right there. Okay, good.
November 93 X-ray contact point, Mugu approach 128.6.
Now, I have a really good piece of advice on flight following when you're switching frequencies back and forth, is write down the frequencies in the order you used them. So you can even just put them
here.
Yeah, down there. So I would start with 124.7.
November 93 X-ray, and the frequency is 128.65.
Okay. So that way on the way back, you can load them up with how, like the order you're expecting to talk to them.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we're just approaching Carpinteria. And basically, if you look below you, can you see where the town of Carpinteria is?
Yeah, we're right over the beginning of it.
Okay.
And we're almost to our waypoint of Risen.
All right, good. So now it's telling you to fly right to a track of 285. And check out the time. It's basically...
November 66168, firefighter direct San Marcos. I'll show you about 10 degrees off course.
Go ahead and direct to San Marcos for correct.
Where is it saying 285? Right there?
Right there. So
and what's DTK stand for?
Desired track. So that's your desired track you want to fly. So top of climb. Top of climb, I actually got us about 12.5 minutes. And then carp is right
I had it at 12 minutes.
Yeah, you're right there at 12 minutes. And then an initial 4 minutes to carp, it looks like.
Okay.
So about, which is actually pretty consistent.
November 66168, contact Santa Barbara, approach 124.15.
All right, so we're ignoring the VORs and stuff, even though that's what we were going to use, right?
Well, we're going to use that, but remember, aviate, navigate, communicate, right?
Okay.
Navigating is second priority. So now let's go ahead and set up the VOR, which you already did.
Yeah.
So now we're going to identify it.
So 141, 114.9. Okay, we're on it.
That's checked. Since this is nav2, you're going to hit the nav2 button. And you're going to twist this knob clockwise a little bit so you can hear the Morse code.
Okay,
Sounds good to me. So turn it down a bit, and then hit nav2.
Hit nav2?
Yep, so the light goes away.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Okay. All right, now we verified it's working. We know it's the right one. We're now going to center it. So the question is, are we flying the to the VOR or from the VOR?
We need to be to.
Exactly.
And it says from.
Good morning, departure vector 547.
Twist the OBS knob
climbing 3000.
so it centers
Executive at
with a
547,
2
Santa Barbara departure
indication.
radar contact. Turn left heading 150, climb and maintain 8000.
So keep going.
150, climb and maintain 8000, Executive 547.
Oh, all right, you got to go back the other way a bit. Keep going, keep going. back the other way. Fine tune adjustments. We'll figure out where that's going to put us. Good.
Okay, looks good to me.
Okay. So basically what that's telling you, you need to fly basically a bearing of about 282 towards the VOR, which is pretty consistent with the desired track. So basically all you have to do is just keep the needle in the center, and then that should take you to San Marcos.
282 is right about there.
Yeah, and remember, it's always a good idea to double check your DG against your heading and check for precession. So you see while we're indicating about 290 on the compass. Yeah. So why don't you go ahead and recenter that so it says 290.
Turn a little more.
There you go.
Exec Jet 547, contact Los Angeles Center 135.5.
Now we're just a little bit high, so why don't you go ahead and get a little bit more nose down trim.
Oh, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28.5.
Yeah, it's about 282 degrees.
Check for airplanes, check for landing spots.
Yeah, I mean at this point, diversion to Santa Barbara is looking a little bit more probable.
And what's our little glide slope? Have Santa Barbara in it?
It's
We're right on the edge of it.
It's a tough stretch to the airport itself, but there are, you know, a couple good golf courses down there. I've done a bunch of engine outs here with like old Santa Barbara students, so we use golf courses a lot. There's like some good stretches of the beach that are nice and straight, and it is a Monday mid-morning, so it's...
I'm going to start going, well, I would start going that way, because even short of the airport's that big field, and it looks flat, almost like it has a graded road on it. See?
You're talking about the big runway at Santa Barbara?
No, no, no.
Which
the one to the left at like 10 o'clock. See that empty field?
Okay.
The biggest field you could see out there close to the, on the coast?
Close to the cliff, right? Yeah, so that's like the mesa. Yeah, so that's more mesa. So that's a pretty good spot too. So yeah, you can, like, we can positively verify that is the Santa Barbara airport. So now the kicker is, how do we know what the heck a VOR looks like, and how are we going to find it? So do you think you have a rough idea where the VOR is in front of you?
I want to make sure that I'm still tracking right.
We are about 4 miles away. Why don't you go and look off the nose, see if you can see the VOR.
I see the lake.
Now look below the lake, on the top of the mountain. Do you see a little white, it looks like a white post?
On top of the mountain?
The top of the peak. We're going, but at your 10 o'clock, directly on top of your nose. You have to kind of look out over the nose. Do you see that little circle of grass
I do see it.
With a little stick, like a white stick?
Yeah, I see it.
So that's the VOR.
Okay, so this is the area where I want to be real careful, because a lot of people could be converging over the top of it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you could have IFR traffic going over here. Also, I like to have the waypoint off my...
this is off, so...
Yeah, but remember, I like to have the waypoint off my left side,
so you
can see it as you pass over it. So don't worry at this point, because remember, as we're getting closer and closer, we're entering the cone of confusion. So the VOR is going to be more sensitive to changes in distance.
All right, gauges are green. Up for the broken one.
Yep. And we're good on terrain 2. We're not going to hit any rocks.
I don't see any planes.
Yep.
Still at 2,500 RPM.
Yep. Look good.
Little trim down.
Santa Barbara approach, Skylane 33 Lima Delta, 6,500.
You barely
33 Lima Delta, Santa Barbara approach, Santa Barbara altimeter 3015.
Because you're going faster, right? So it's going to be more sensitive.
33 Lima Delta.
Santa Barbara approach, Skyhawk 4975 Foxtrot at 6,500.
November 4975 Foxtrot, Santa Barbara approach, Santa Barbara altimeter 3015.
All right, I can clearly see the VOR.
Okay, and let's see about what time we get to when we hit over it. We're basically going to be at 25 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and write that down. Good information to know. Passing over the VOR. So this thing's going to get really sensitive, and once it flips to from, that is station passage, which means you have fully passed over the VOR. So very soon, within a couple seconds.
Just past it.
November 9er Mike Bravo, contact Santa Barbara, approach 124.15.
124.15. 9er Mike Bravo.
All right. That's our next frequency.
I'll aviate first.
Yeah,
so,
keep flying.
Okay, 124.15.
Yeah.
No instructions were issued for your.
There we go.
Okay. Now, before we...
Going to maintain 5,000. Apologies, we thought we were cleared to descend 168.
Now, before we
168
start
negative, you were just
descending-
cleared direct
sorry,
downwind
before
to
we
expect the
start
approach
talking,
that you requested.
we're going to aviate a little bit.
Okay.
And
Sorry about that, 168.
we're still looking good. We're still in cruise flight. We're going to navigate. So, we want to go towards Santa Ynez, right? That's our next waypoint.
Our Pindaria, we're at San Marcos. So yes, Santa Ynez.
Okay.
Pisa.
Okay.
And there's no VOR.
Correct, but
So
you did...
but I'm going from 278.
Okay, you're going from 278. So we want to center that to 278.
All right, so 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Right about there?
Yeah. Now it's showing you're off to the right side a little bit, so that means you need to gently turn back to the left. And I would just turn back about 10 degrees to start, because remember, you can use this for situational awareness to determine where your path's going to be. And you can level the wings out right here too. The thing with VOR adjustments is you want to try not to correct by more than 10 degrees at a time.
Oh, I was thinking 10 degrees bank. Sorry. I thought it meant turn it 10 degree bank.
Yeah, no.
But no, 10 degrees on the
10 degrees
compass.
of heading change.
Okay.
Exactly. See how it's starting to come
creeping.
alive again? Yeah. Okay, now we're navigating. Now we can contact approach.
It's just Santa Barbara approach Cessna 739er Mike Bravo at 6,500.
Correct.
Santa Barbara approach Cessna 739er Mike Bravo at 6,500.
Cessna 739 Mike Bravo approach Santa Maria altimeter 3017. When able advised, it is Zulu.
So say 3017 and we'll get Zulu.
3017 and we'll get Zulu.
9 Mike Bravo. And then say 9 Mike
Oh
Bravo.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. So we're aviating first, navigating. Okay, we're coming back good. So we're going to start turning and tracking that 278 radial.
So maybe not 10 degrees there, right? Just do a little nudge like that?
No, so see how it's going back to your right side? So that means you
Yeah.
need to turn to the right some more. So you keep turning to the right. You can turn a little bit more. All I'm saying is don't change your heading by more than 30 degrees at a time to try to
Chase the needle?
Exactly, yeah, don't chase the needle, exactly. Okay, you need a little bit more down trim.
Yeah, just did it.
Maybe just a little bit more, because it wouldn't hurt to get us back down to 2,000 or 6,500. Okay. Keep going. There you go. Okay.
Lots of landing places.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, plenty of little fields down here by the lake. And obviously we're within good gliding range of, some of those fields up there. Okay, so now we're going, so we're flying, we're aviating, navigating's going okay. Just keep in mind this thing's going to center soon, so you'll want to start heading back towards the left, because you are tracking about 300 degrees, which is quite a bit more.
Yeah, we're
to
right
the
there.
right. Exactly.
That's 168. This is going to maintain 4,000.
Just going to maintain 4,000.
Okay. So while you're flying along, let's go and get the ATIS for Santa Maria, because he just said Zulu is current.
Alright, so I already have 121.15 here.
Yep.
So I would just need to switch to COM 2.
And you don't even need to switch to COM 2, you just want to monitor COM 2.
So I can just hit here.
Yep.
So 3017. Visual approach, runway 30 in use, NOTAM, taxiway Alpha 7, Alpha 8, Victor, Whiskey, taxiway Alpha Southeast with uniform closed. Present contact, A to Zulu. Primary tower information Zulu 1751 Zulu. Wind calm, visibility 10, light clear, temperature 16, 2.8, altimeter 3017. Visual approach, runway 30 in use.
Is this
no
the
time, taxiway
volume?
Alpha 7, Alpha 8, Victor, Whiskey. Taxiway Alpha.
Let's turn back to the left a little bit, re-intercept that radio.
Contact 8 Zulu. Primary tower information Zulu 1751 Zulu. Wind calm, visibility 10, light clear, temperature 2.8, altimeter 30. Visual approach, runway 30 in use, no TAM, taxiway Alpha 7, Alpha 8, Victor, Whiskey.
Alright, so I've got calm winds, 3010 is the altimeter.
3010?
Yeah. Is that what you heard?
Not quite sure. Let's double check.
Primary tower information Zulu 1751 Zulu. Wind calm, visibility 10, light clear, temperature 16, 2.8, altimeter 3017. Visual approach, runway 30 in use, no TAM, taxiway Alpha 7, Alpha 8, Victor, Whiskey, taxiway Alpha South.
Alright, whenever you're done to it, you can hit calm to. Alright.
So if I were closer, that would be more clear, right? I'm having a hard time
it might be a little bit more clear. It also just depends on the radio equipment.
And worst case, if I really could not hear it,
if you couldn't hear
I
it,
could click on it on here and get.
Well, but that's not going to tell you the information though, so it may not be accurate. But what you can do is you can ask approach to tell you what say, hey, I'm not within range of the airport right now. Can you tell me the ATIS?
I wouldn't have asked it yeah, I'm with Santa Barbara approach right now.
Yeah.
Right, so that's what I would have asked.
Okay, so now we have the ATIS at Zulu. Winds are calm, 10 miles visibility, sky's clear. Temperature 16, 2.8, altimeter 3017, check. We're going to expect runway 30. And there were NOTAMs on the ATIS about Alpha 7, Alpha 8, Whiskey, and Victor taxiways, which we were aware of in our briefing. So, what I like to do is kind of just take a look at how you're expecting to enter the runway airport environment, right?
Right.
Sounds like we could expect a straight in for runway 30. So why don't you go ahead and tell approach that we have information Zulu.
That's it?
Yeah, just say Cessna 9er Mike Bravo has Zulu.
Santa Barbara approach, Cessna 9er Mike Bravo has Zulu.
Cessna 9er Mike Bravo, thank you.
Well, just so he knows. Now he knows that we know what the weather's like there. Okay. Now, do you see Santa Ynez in front of you?
The airport?
Yeah, your waypoint. So you see how this is off to the right a little bit?
Yeah.
Why don't you go and turn to the right a little bit so you can get a better view? Yeah, keep turning. You can turn a bit more too. You can bank 10 degrees over if you want. Okay, now it's starting to come off the left side now, so why don't you take a look down there and see if you can see it. Remember, it's going to be a single runway. It should be almost right underneath you. 1.5 miles away.
Oh yeah, okay, now I can see it.
Yep. So obviously we can...
Yeah, we're over the top of it.
Yeah, so we can obviously divert there if we need to.
Alright, yeah, we're like almost midfield.
Okay. And we'll see what time that gets us to.
And we got to switch VORs here pretty soon.
That's true. IZA. Yeah, it's about 35 minutes. Pretty good.
So, hit here to get to the other VOR?
Yeah.
For the via Guadalupe, and I want to be 297.
399, center approach, structure, system maintain 8,000, expect the RNAV, reserve approach, runway 29.
So what bearing?
297.
297, okay. So you want to get it a little bit more to the right because you're at 295 right now.
Okay.
So go in the middle, like about right there, basically.
Oh. Santa Barbara, good morning. Citation 990 Kilo Hotels, either descending at a 10-5 for 9,000. We got Zulu at Santa Maria.
Compass heading are we trying to
990 Hotels, center approach, descend maintain 7,000 and stay approach required.
I'd like the visual for 30. We're going down to 7,000 now.
Check that out. It's pretty close to what you have here.
Station 0 Hotel, roger. So 3088, Santa Barbara
Okay, so what confuses me though is now this goes off. So I'm flying 300, but I'm not centered.
168, flying 250 short.
Well, remember, it's more for situational awareness too, because we're not exactly flying to Guadalupe, right? Guadalupe is past the airport.
Okay.
But it's more for situational awareness because think about it. We got a VOR, we've got a GPS, and we have a pre-calculated compass heading.
Okay.
Approach Bonanza.
One thing about this GPS, double check it's in GPS mode. Because if it's in VLO, check out what happens. You see how it just disables? So always make sure it's in GPS mode if you're relying on the GPS feature. Okay, so we're aviating, flying around good.
Green, fuel's still full, so nothing's leaking.
Yep, we're navigating, we're flying the right way. From a
still using the airport.
Yeah, from a communication standpoint, because he asked us to get the ATIS, that tells me this is the last approach frequency we're going to talk to. So what do you think the next frequency is we're going to use?
It's going to be our airport, Santa Maria.
Okay.
712, Santa Barbara approach, Santa Maria altimeter 3016.
It'll be the tower.
Okay.
So 118.3.
Yeah, let's put that one in.
Okay. 118.3.
Good. Very good.
And this ended up centering up.
Yeah, it ends up working okay.
All right, so now I'm looking for the freeway, and that's when I will...
Level 6500 with Alpha.
Okay, is that the airport right there?
12 o'clock? That's the Santa Barbara approach, Santa Maria,
Yeah, that's the airport.
That's 20 miles?
See the big runway? Yeah, that's about 20 miles.
All right.
Yeah,
So at 10 miles, I want to make my first...
direct turb.
Are you talking about your descent?
No, my first call at 10 miles out.
This is Niner Mike Bravo, turn 10 degrees left.
10 degrees left, Niner Mike Bravo.
Okay, so he's probably going to have a bigger jet pass off you, that's why.
At 10 degrees right there?
Yeah, about 290 basically. Okay, so we're just going to continue flying 290. When it comes to talking to tower, approach is going to...
Citation 0 Julia Hotel, clear direct Santa Maria Airport, descend and maintain
approach is going to hand you off. So you don't have to worry about when to
same
contact
directions
them.
at Skyhawk, 6,300, descending to Santa Maria as well.
0 Julia Hotel.
Yeah, West 3399, descend and maintain 5,000.
And another
West 38, contact LA Center, 119.05.
What's the distance from your top of descent to the airport, do you know?
712, contact Santa Maria Tower, 2390.25.
So we want to keep an eye on that because it's going to get a bit closer to us, right? We're about 3 miles away from top of descent.
Citation 0 Juliet Hotel, clear visual approach runway 30 Santa Maria.
Clear the visual approach 30 Santa Maria, 0 Juliet Hotel.
And then it's good you identify the airport because I like to try to identify
168
the airport
left heading 140
before you start descending.
Okay.
Left heading 140, 168.
Skywest 3399, cleared visual approach runway 29 St. Louis. Citation 0 Juliet Hotel, contact Santa Maria Tower, 118.3.
1830 Juliet Hotel, thanks for your help, sir.
Alright, looking good. Looks like that's the city of Lompoc over there off the left. Vandenberg. You see where Vandenberg Space Force...
168, turn left heading 090.
About your 11 o'clock position.
Left 090, 168.
Yeah, got it. Alright, 1 more mile, we start our descent.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3399, verify you had 8 is Zulu for St. Louis.
You adjust this to 1 inch until when you start your descent, until we hit 3,000 and then...
So to start your descent, what I do is I would start by pulling the power back to around 2,000 RPM.
Okay.
hold altitude until your airspeed bleeds off to 90 knots.
Okay.
Then start to lower the nose.
Santa Barbara approach, Cessna 73, November X-ray level 6,500.
And then once you do that, then you can go 1 inch.
We're ready to start. So
Yeah, so go ahead and pull power back to
2,000, so I got to put carb heat on.
Well, you're actually okay
168,
right
turn left heading 360, when able, clear direct
And 1
altitude.
inch.
Just 1 inch, yeah, right there.
Keep my altitude and my heading.
360.
Still set 10
Yeah,
degrees.
keep that 290 heading.
This is Niner Mike Bravo, verify you had information Zulu, Santa Maria.
We have information Zulu, Santa Maria, 968.
Or 9 right, bro.
Niner Mike Bravo, roger. Tower 118.3.
Contact tower 118.3, Niner Mike Bravo, thank you.
Gas 3399, contact
1, runway 30, clear land.
All right. Now, before we talk to them, what's the next frequency we could put in here?
Ground.
Aha.
Ground is 121.9.
Tower Bonanza 3049 Alpha inbound, right
Okay.
base 30.
121.9.
All right.
Trim this.
Bonanza 3049 Alpha, Santa Maria.
So-
you stay on that heading, report to 4
Yeah, go ahead,
mile
keep
right
descending.
base. You're following a citation on a 6 mile final 3000.
Roger, report a 4 mile right base, 49
All right.
Citation
Pitch
00,
and power at 90,
speed,
but we're
your
not at
discretion, the
500.
F5, turn in left
You're almost
station, number
there.
2, Causeway, Terminus, runway 30, clear land.
Clear land number 2, 00 Hotel.
All right. So,
Alright, just at 801 reach.
Miller 12, thanks, plan to roll to the end.
if you want to adjust their volume, it's that little knob. Yeah.
Clear land 27.
All right. So what you're going to say is...
Can I pull a little power? I'm at 90.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can pull out a little bit more power if you want, but not too much, though. Okay, so you're going to say Santa Maria Tower, Cessna 739 Mike Bravo, is 12 miles. Let's take a look at where we are. About 12 miles southeast. Descending 5,600. Full stop taxi back.
12 miles to the southeast. Santa Maria Tower, Cessna 739, Niner Mike Bravo. We are 11 miles southeast, descending, requesting permission for full stop taxi back.
Cessna 739 Mike Bravo, Santa Maria Tower. Unfortunately, Santa Barbara's putting you right on top of another aircraft, so make a right turn back to the southeast. I'll call you inbound.
Right turn southeast.
Right turn southeast, and you'll call Niner Mike Bravo. Okay.
All right, so just start a turn back towards the south.
Cessna 9 Mike Bravo. Actually, just continue inbound for now.
Continuing inbound, 79, Niner Mike Bravo.
Man, you get that tail number down.
The other plane, so I can start heading straight in for that runway, right?
Yeah, just start.
012 right at the end, contact ground
Yeah,
point.
so what we want to do is get established on, now you don't really have to change power, right? Just change pitch a bit, because see how you're a little fast.
4 mile right base 30.
Good. Yeah, so just aim straight for the field. We're expecting.
Cessna 9 Mike Bravo, make a right turn back to the southeast. That Cessna is on the approach.
Turning to the southeast, Niner Mike Bravo.
Bonanza 49 Alpha, the citation you're following is 12 o'clock, 2 miles, 1,300.
Okay, just continue a turn to the right.
Insight, Mike, 49 Alpha.
Bonanza 49 Alpha, follow the citation, and you can widen out if you need to. Causeway, turbulence number 2, runway 30, clear to land.
So keep turning.
30, clear to
Keep
land,
turning.
number 2.
He wants you to turn to the southeast.
Practically turn around almost.
Yeah, basically.
I like this one better because it's got...
Yeah. Well, I hope he lets us land there at least. So the southeast is going to be about, yeah, the 120, 150 range of headings. So where you're doing right now is fine.
So should I stop my descent?
Yeah, I would momentarily level off here. So bring the power back up.
Alright, there's field straight ahead if we have an emergency.
I've got fields off my right as well. Cool.
Santa Maria Tower, Cessna 66168 at 2,500, established on the RNAV for runway 0.
Citation 0 Juliet Hotel, Alpha 3, hold short of Alpha, contact ground point niner.
Alpha 3, hold short Alpha, we'll talk to ground, 0 Juliet Hotel.
Cessna 66168, Santa Maria Tower number 2, flying Bonanza short, final, runway 30, clear land.
Looking for traffic, runway 30, clear land, 168.
Cessna 9 Mike Bravo, make a right turn back in, report established on a 5-mile final.
Turn right back in and make contact when I'm on established final, 9 Mike Bravo.
Yeah, and more specifically, he said a 5-mile final.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
that's when we're going to report established. So good, continue to turn back to the right. Looks clear. Because we're near a Space Force base, you may see some military vehicles flying around here. There's a big drop zone out of Lompoc Airport for skydiving, so you may see some parachutes in the air as well.
Alright, so start my descent again? Or should I wait a couple because I traveled
So
a ways?
let's see. Yeah, so I just focus on re-intercepting approach, and then at this point, we kind of have to just, we have to ballpark it off of sight picture. So I think right now we're okay.
I'm not used to this sight picture. I've never been this far away.
Straight ahead into Kilo, monitor ground point 9, good day.
Alpha 2 to Kilo, monitor ground.
And we know there's only one runway 30, so I don't have to worry about left or right. So it's that right there.
Yep. Good. And when it comes down to distance, we're about just shy of 10 miles, so we got about 5 miles to go.
So at 5 miles, I'll say Santa Maria Tower, Cessna 9 Mike Bravo on 5-mile final runway 30.
Yeah, and again, you don't have to say 9 Mike Bravo. You're already talking to him. Just say 9 Mike Bravo, 5-mile final. So keep it short and sweet. Now, if we want to know if we need to descend, we can use a rule of thumb. Right, so we're at about 4,500 feet. Pattern altitude is
1,250.
So we'll call it 1,000 feet. So let's say, so we need to lose 3,500 feet. We can use the rule of 3. And so if we take that altitude to lose, which is 3.5 times 3, that gets us about 10.5 miles where we want to start descending. So let's go ahead and start our descent now. So that's a really good, like, shooting from the hip calculation you can do in a situation like this. Okay, we have the runway positively identified. And if you look just off the right to where the
See the pappies.
Yeah, you can see the pappies on the right, so that's good, they're working.
I can't really tell what colors they are though.
Yeah. It's usually, it doesn't become more obvious until you get a bit closer.
When I reroute watch this, I'm going to have to write down that whatever 3 rule you said.
Oh yeah. You can and it's like a pretty common rule. You can look it up too, and people talk about it a bunch. All right, 90 knots, 500 feet per minute. And then what I like to do is when we reach 3,000 feet, we'll do the before landing checklist, because we're going to put full rich mixture anyways.
At 3,000?
3,000. So we got about 1,000 feet to go. So we'll just prepare for that. Got the town of Santa Maria, 101 freeway. Actually, technically, this is Orchid. Santa Maria is actually a little bit more up the road. You got Pismo in the background as well.
at 6 miles. So what am I going to say at 5 again?
Niner Mike Bravo, 5 mile final.
Okay.
That's it.
No runway.
No, well, he's already...
9 Mike Bravo, the Skyhawk is short final. You're number 2, runway 30, clear to land. Thanks for the help on the inbound.
Number 2, clear to land, runway 30, Niner Mike Bravo, no problem.
Yeah, see, they're friendly too. Okay, so now I see 4 whites come into play.
Yep, we're high.
Right? All right, so we're a bit high. So let's cut the power back to 15. And yeah. Yeah, maybe, and let's cut back some more power too. Let's bring the power back and pull back on the yoke a bit to slow down that descent rate. Remember, if we're still high, we can do slips and things like that to lose more altitude. But right now, I think this should be
what should I be going for, 80?
No, I think what you're doing right now is good. 85 is okay. All right.
Can I adjust with trim
feet
versus pulling back?
Yeah, trim for airspeed. Okay, we're below 3,000, so
do our checklist.
Checklist time.
All right, we are not at those RPMs. Carb is on mixture. I need to go full rich.
Yep, good. All right, so we got plenty of altitude.
We're still high.
Yeah, why don't you go and do a little bit of a forward slip, just for old time's sake. So remember to pull the power to idle if it's not already. There you go.
Cessna 168, saying intentions.
So 66168, we'd like to taxi back and then pick up a tech route back to Oxnard.
Cessna 168 to Alpha 5, and then once off the runway, you can make a 180 back to Alpha 5, and let me know when you're ready to copy.
Off on Alpha 5, then 180, back holding short on Alpha 5, and we'll let you know. 168, thanks.
There we go.
All right, that's full rudder.
Oh, yeah. Good. Yeah, you're losing 1,000 feet per minute. You can see how sensitive the fuel gauges are, because check out your left tank.
Oh, it's spilling out, too. I can smell it. I start reducing the airspeed a little bit, too.
Yeah, now remember, your airspeed indicator is not as accurate in a slip, right? So you're going more off of sight picture. Good. And we got our landing clearance. We're clear to land, runway 30. Good, yeah, we got plenty of altitude to lose. So keep that rudder in there, nice and hard. Good.
In as far as it'll go.
Good.
You're going to need a little help judging this one with flaps.
Oh, no, you're good. Yep, keep it coming down. Remember, flaps are a backup.
Cessna 168, just taxi up to hold short Alpha 5.
Keep the nose down. Keep the
that first
down.
line you're crossing right there, that's for when you're exiting the runway for the taxiway. This next one, the red one, for the runway.
Okay, keep it coming down. This will be a little bit of a floater, but that's fine. We got plenty of runway.
Still got no flaps.
That's fine. Keep the nose down a bit more. Okay. Now gently release the slip and add flaps 10. Keep the nose down, add flaps 20, add flaps 30, all the way down. You're going to hold it off, normal landing. So start pulling back, pull back, pull back. Good, pull back, pull back, pull back, left rudder, left rudder. Keep pulling back. Okay, that's good, just roll it out. We'll take the next available taxiway.
That's the 9 Mike Bravo, say intentions.
Full stop, taxi back.
Full stop, taxi back.
So 9 Mike Bravo, to runway Alpha 3, then taxi to runway 30 at Alpha 6 via Alpha.
Alpha 3 to Alpha 6 via Alpha to runway 30, Niner Mike Bravo.
Good. All right, Alpha 3 is verified on the right.
If I didn't have you, I would have gone around on that.
Yeah. Well, but it's good to see when it's like, oh shit, this
I don't
is what
need
it's
to contact
like
ground.
when you're high.
He didn't tell me to.
Because he gave you your taxi instructions. So.
Do I stop here though to do the
I would
after
momentarily stop. Yeah. So we are clear. So go and briefly stop, and let's do an after landing checklist. Okay, and then we're going to stop the timer.
Okay,
good.
so.
You going? Yeah, I already stopped it for you. So good. We're like basically right at 56 minutes.
And we had to do some turns. We had to turn around a bit.
Oh yeah, which I think compared to what you had of 47.
So Alpha is this one.
Yep, and we're going to Alpha 6. And for situational awareness, this is your airport diagram.
Alpha 6.
So.
Give me sweaty palms.
Oh yeah.
That kind of slip into ground effect like that.
Oh yeah.
Out of your mind.
Oh, that's what you need to do. It can do it. It's totally safe. So one thing we also need to do on the after landing checklist is close the flight plan. All right. So we're going to go down to the flight plan.
Okay.
We're going to hit close. Close your flight plan. Yes. All right. You're all good. So
November 424 Sierra Alpha, Santa Maria Tower.
Yep, we're on.
Okay, good. So, in that situation...
November 4 Sierra Alpha, are you just transiting the area?
Yeah, we're going to stay outside your airspace.
They're so loud I can't hear you.
So you,
just in the
gotta
future,
turn them down.
you're gonna I know you're not in my airspace, but the final approach fix is
that rule of thumb calc is going to be really handy if you get vectored around a bunch.
So if I did have traffic, you'd be a benefit for anyone. So in the future, just give us a call, and O Navigation's approved.
Okay, we'll call next time.
But no, it was pretty good timing. 40, yeah, you planned for like 47, 48 minutes, and it took about 56.
And we easily flew in the opposite direction in 3 minutes.
Oh yeah.
66168 for our ISR clearance to Oxford.
All right, let's see. So Alpha 6.
Next one.
Coming up, yep, that's Quebec.
Skyhawk 66168, Santa Maria Tower cleared to the Oxnard Airport via fly heading 300. Radar vectors San Marcos, Ventura, direct. Maintain 4,000. Expect 7,000 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency Santa Barbara 124.15. Squawk 4623.
And they still know I'm on 4742.
Aha, so we'll actually get to that in a minute.
Fly heading 300, radar vectors San Marcos, Ventura, then direct. Climb to 4,000, expect 7,000 after 5 minutes. Tune into Santa Barbara 124.15, squawk 4623.
So, another thing to do...
168, read back, correct, advise and ready for departure.
Another thing to do in the Aparzi after landing checklist is squawk.
And System 9 Mike Bravo, that's Alpha 5, not Alpha 6, but I guess you could just hold there in sequence.
Sorry about that, 9 Mike Bravo.
I was mistaken. That
we
was
both
actually
were.
Alpha. I know. I was used to that being, but that makes sense though. Yeah, because that would be actually.
I swear the signs.
So that's why this is a hotspot, right?
Yeah.
Because you can confuse.
Yep. Okay.
I
just needed to angle it different.
Yeah. Although they might take a few minutes to get ready, so I'm keen to ask to go to. I think we can make a 180 here, and I can do that real quickly. Let me just ask them. It's our Cessna 9 Mike Bravo. We can do a 180 and taxi to Alpha 6 if that's still available.
Cessna 9 Mike Bravo, approved as requested.
Alpha 6, 9 Mike Bravo, thank you.
All right, your controls?
Yep, my controls. Let's do a quick little. All right. Your controls?
My controls.
Your controls.
Clear left. left, clear center, clear right.
Uh-huh. Yeah, see, that's what complacency can do for you.
Well, that arrow was a bit confusing. I didn't look past that first sign, too. Yep. We haven't been to an airport with 2 signs.
Oh, yeah. No, that's why this is a good cross-country spot.
All right, so we got to open that next flight plan, and I need the other log for my lap.
Yeah, and honestly, we don't need to actually physically open it. I just wanted to kind of go through that motion with you so you know how to do it. Because I want to make sure we get back on time as well.
Santa Maria Tower, Cessna 66168, holding short runway 30 at Alpha 5, ready for our ISR release.
So now we're going to get ready for our next...
Oh, where'd my, they were right here. See them like flopped on the ground?
Logs? Maybe. So that one's basically useless to you. You can put that...
Cessna 66168, Santa Maria Tower, runway 30 at Alpha 5, takeoff.
Runway 30 at Alpha 5, clear for takeoff, 168.
And Cessna 168, just be advised you're coming in weak, readable, but quiet.
All right, pre-takeoff. All right, so I don't need to really do anything yet, except I can set up this VOR, which was on this one.
Yep. So I would just leave it the same, because we can track that outbound, right?
Yep, okay. And any ATIS for San Ynez.
Yeah, so let's just start at the top and work down.
Okay.
Right, so we're on tower, that's good. We're not going to talk to ground, right, because we're taking off, so...
So departure, 124.15.
Good, 124.15. Okay, we're not worried about those. As far as the GPS plan, though, we can tweak that. So we're going to do a shortcut, okay? We're going to invert the flight plan so you don't have to punch in anything new.
Okay.
So hit flight plan, hit menu, big knob down to invert flight plan, and hit enter. All right, so now your flight plan's flipped. Since we're going to San Ynez anyways, we'll just leave that there. So hit flight plan again.
Okay.
And now we're set to go.
All right.
ATIS's, yes, we can definitely load up.
ATIS for there is 118.075.
So you want to pull...
Cessna 168, contact departure, good day.
075.
Contact departure.
0, so go back to the 0. Now you want to twist it one knob out, so pull it out, and then twist it to the right. Oh, you were almost on, you missed it. Good, now push it back in.
I didn't know that was the thing that you could do.
Yeah, only for the little, when there's like 3 different digits.
And then I switch this?
Yeah, you can go and switch it.
Okay.
Okay, we're good. We're squawking VFR because we're not on flight following, and we're going to start the timer once we have gotten our takeoff clearance.
Okay.
Other than that, if you're ready to go, what you're going to do is you're going to say, Niner Mike Bravo is holding short of 30 at Alpha 6 for a downwind departure, right? Because we're going back the other way.
Do I call tower or just Niner Mike Bravo?
Well, you're already...
Niner Mike Bravo, are you still configuring the airplane? Are you ready to go?
Say you're ready for takeoff, downwind departure.
We're ready for takeoff, downwind departure, Niner Mike Bravo.
Says 9 Mike Bravo, make a right downwind departure, runway 30 at Alpha 6, clear for takeoff.
Right downwind departure, runway 30, clear for takeoff, Niner Mike Bravo.
At Alpha 6. So remember, read back, because it's an intersectional departure, you want to read back the taxiway. Okay, go and shut your window. Okay, now we're going to start the timer, so hit the start button.
And I would do my flight plan already.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, it did.
Yep, it started. Okay, we're going on a runway 30.
Such a big runway.
Oh, I know. And it's long, too. 8,000 feet.
All right.
Okay. 30 is verified.
Our gauge is green. Airspeed's coming up. Windsock's doing nothing.
Good. Airspeed's live. Gauge is green.
Gonna right downwind departure.
Yep. So at 500 AGL, you can do your right crosswind.
Gotcha. Which is really only 250 feet.
What's your passcode to get in here again?
9696.
All right, let's see.
My daughter did it. It was actually XOXO, but
oh, really?
Because she loves me.
That's funny.
All right, and on downwind, I won't pitch as steep.
Yeah. So, yeah, as you're continuing flying this crosswind. One thing about this airport, they're very picky about airplanes flying in the approach corridor. So we're going to make the crosswind just a little bit wider.
Okay.
And fly a slightly wider downwind. So I would say once you're completely past where this golf course is, then you can start your right downwind.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that right here.
All right, and we're only going 3,500.
35.
We're going to go 119 degrees.
Yep.
Right about there. Oh. Per 70-ish. 72. Sun's warm.
Oh yeah, it's actually not that cold.
All right, there is fields everywhere.
Oh, I know. Yeah, mostly off your left.
Although we could totally make the airport.
Oh yeah, the airport's a definite.
Yeah, I'll go to the airport.
You have plenty to work with here.
We're well above pattern altitude.
Yep, we got 1,000 feet to go.
So will he hand us off for flight following, or do I need to switch?
So remember, we're not on flight following. We're squawking VFR. So here's what's going to happen. One of two things could happen. He's either going to say frequency change approved, like what the Oxnard Tower guy does, but he only does that because he's nice. Some tower guys don't really care, and once you leave the lateral boundaries of their airspace, you're not their problem anymore. So remember, the airspace is on here, and it's also on here too.
Oh yeah.
So once we leave the lateral boundaries of his airspace, if he hasn't handed us off or said anything, we're just going to switch over.
Okay.
So we will continue doing what we're doing.
All right, we're at 3,000, so lean it out an inch.
Yep, just 1 inch. Cool. Everything's still green, suction, fuel, green engine gauges, amps are charging, power stable.
Knob didn't come off this time, that's nice.
I know. Yeah, it seems to work okay right now.
All right, start letting that nose settle down.
Good. Okay, remember pitch first. So pitch. Basically until your VSI hits 0, right?
Oh.
That's level. Okay, you're pitched. Hold that forward pressure though. Don't let the nose creep up on you. Don't let the nose creep up. Then pull power back to your desired cruise setting, which you're almost right at, about 2,500. Keep that nose pitched down. You're still climbing a bit. Still climbing a bit. And then trim. Definitely need some nose down trim.
I'll let it descend a little bit until I get back to the...
Yeah. So you let go of the yoke. What does it want to do?
It wants to go back up.
Yeah, so you need more nose down trim. Yeah, so remember, cruise flight is going to take much more nose down trim than your takeoff.
Yeah, full power.
Yep.
That makes sense. All right, so...
let's do a quick cruise checklist since we are in level flight.
RPM's 2,500. Our trim is trimmed. Mixture, I mean, we're at 3,500. Should I fiddle with it or just leave it at...
Since we're at 35, I'll just leave it. I mean, we're not going to be up here for very long.
And then start getting our VOR dialed in, right?
Yeah. For Guadalupe.
113.5 is there. We've already verified that's the right one.
Yeah, actually, I don't think we verified Guadalupe's yet, did we? So go and hit nav 2. Turn up the volume.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
All right, so that's there, and then I need to turn this to my desired heading, right? 119.
What was the radial you selected?
Oh, 117.
Yep, so 117.
15, 16.
Got a little bit more. You're on 170 right now. You want 117.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's 11.
115.
7.
117. Yep. Even, yeah, a little bit more like that. Good.
All right, so got a little low during that.
Yeah, cruise checklist is complete. We're flying a plane. We're navigating. All right. Notice
I
how...
need to turn to the right a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. All right. We're out of the delta. We're out of the lateral boundaries of his airspace.
Yep.
So he doesn't care about us anymore. We can switch over.
Actually, traffic 10 o'clock, 3 miles northbound. The Cessna climbing to 4,500.
So here's the thing, all right? Here's the dilemma.
We'll get those traffic inside for 826.
Hit flight plan. Hit flight plan. We're about 16 miles to San Ynez.
Yeah, do we actually want flight following?
Yeah, so the point that I want to make is at this point, it's not really going to add us any value.
Another aircraft going approach.
So why don't you go ahead and hit flight plan again and get out of it. What would be the next frequency we go to if we're not going to get flight following?
This is 826, Ryder.
It would be 11.
Factor passing up the left.
It would be...
Roger that, traffic go factor, correct.
122.8.
Yeah, correct. Throw it in.
Safe to switch now? Start monitoring?
Yeah, exactly. So we'll start monitoring.
And I didn't write the pattern altitudes down.
So don't worry, there's an easy fix for that. So just keep flying the plane. Also remember to keep navigating. What compass heading are we supposed to fly?
Well, it's supposed to be 119, but then that's not centered like we got off a little bit, I think.
Yeah, but let's use situational awareness, right? What's the GPS?
So VORs actually suck.
They can't suck. It depends on what you're using it for. We're really just using Guadalupe for situational awareness. But you remember, you went through the work to calculate these, so you might as well bear the fruits of your labor and, you know, fly those compass headings and see how close you can get.
Right, I did write down the pattern altitude, yeah, so 1674.
Now what's the compass heading we're supposed to fly again? 119.
1-1.
Okay, so we're just off to the right of it. So remember, that's going to
I got to redo this guy.
Yep.
We're at 113.
Okay, so now turn off to the left a bit more. Let's get back up on that course. We'll fly the plane first, navigate.
No tower here, so it'll be like landing at Santa Paula.
Yeah, but there is weather available, right?
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and monitor COM2, and let's get some weather information.
Recommended due to disruption to aircraft in the pattern.
Santa Ynez Airport, automated weather observation 1846 Zulu. Wind 250 at 3 knots. Visibility 6. Haze. Sky condition clear below 12,000. Temperature 15 Celsius. Dew point 5 Celsius. Altimeter 3015 inches of mercury. Remarks.
Straight in approaches to runway 26 are not recommended due to disruption to aircraft in the pattern.
The wind's from 250, so we're doing 260.
Santa Ynez Airport, automated weather observation 1847 Zulu.
Santa Ynez traffic, White Skyhawk 5521, Quebec 5 miles west,
altimeter setting
3,300 descending to enter left, downwind 26, Santa Ynez.
Okay. All right. And look at that. We're about 10 miles out. We can probably make our first call. The question is, how the heck are we going to enter the traffic pattern?
We got to start descending in 4 miles. Good question. I'd have to look on here.
Yeah. So, let's see. Are you looking for something specific?
I was looking for the pattern.
What are you looking for?
Here. Runway 26, so it's left traffic because it doesn't say right.
Okay. So 26 is right here, and it's left traffic.
I need to start pitching around.
Yeah. So I would set up for a left crosswind entry.
Okay.
Right, that would be my preferred way to enter the pattern. So let's go and make our first call. You're going to say Santa Ynez traffic, Cessna 9er Mike Bravo is 8 miles northwest at 3,500, left crosswind 26, Santa Ynez.
Santa Ynez traffic, Cessna 9er Mike Bravo, 8 miles northwest at 3,500 for a left crosswind for runway 26, Santa Ynez.
Good.
And Santa Ynez area traffic, White Skyhawk 5521, Quebec, 2 miles southwest, entering left downwind 26 on the 45. Full stop, Santa Ynez.
All right, so that guy's way down there. We're not necessarily worried about him yet.
Start descent at 5.5 miles.
When this reads 5.5?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have the airport in sight, by the way?
I think it's right there.
Okay, cool.
Just between 12 and 1.
Sounds good.
But
so, if you already know what it is, you can start flying directly towards it.
Towards the 08 side of the runway.
Santa Ynez area traffic, White Skyhawk 5521, Quebec, left downwind 26, Santa Ynez.
Because we're going to get established on a left crosswind. So you see that little white building on the departure end of the runway?
Yeah.
That's the Chumash Casino.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So you're basically aiming towards that.
All right, I'm going to start pulling power.
Yeah.
Santa Ynez common traffic, Sears 258 Juliet Sierra. Takeoff at 26.
Is he staying in the pattern? Is he departing? Who knows?
Santa Ynez traffic, Sears 258 Juliet Sierra. Ticket 26 for a left crosswind departure. We'll be out before the Cessna downwind is down. Santa Ynez traffic.
Okay, so we got someone departing.
And St. Ynez area traffic, White Cessna 5521 Quebec. Left, base 26, full stop St. Ynez.
Good, let's do the landing checklist. Good. I don't know why I keep flipping it over. Alright. Seatbelts are good, mixture rich. Radios are set, lights are on, carpet is on.
Okay.
Pattern altitude is, call it 1700.
Yeah, I'd call it 17. You see that water reservoir that's to the right of the airport?
And St. Ynez area traffic.
The shiny area?
The shiny area.
Final 26, St. Ynez.
I use that as a turning point for downwind.
Okay.
So, yeah, basically, continue flying, basically between the casino and where that water reservoir is.
St. Ynez common traffic, Sears 258 Juliet Sierra, cleared 26, heading west for Santa Barbara. St. Ynez traffic.
I would do a 3 mile. Let's see. Actually, no. Let's wait until we're established on a left crosswind. So your next call is going to be left.
There's the plane right over the reservoir. Heading off.
Okay.
To the right.
All right.
Okay. Sorry. What were you saying?
So your next call is going to be left crosswind 26 St. Ynez. But wait until you're on the crosswind to say that.
1700.
Yep. Less than 500 feet to go. I do see an airplane landing on the runway, so they should be getting off. I don't see anyone in the downwind, no one on base, no one on final. So go ahead and start a gentle turn to the right, kind of where this road is at about your 1 o'clock.
Okay. So we're on left crosswind now.
Yep.
Santa Ynez traffic, Cessna 9er Mike Bravo on left crosswind, runway 26, Santa Ynez.
All right, approaching 1700, so anticipate leveling off. And then you're just flying a pattern out. You're just flying a pattern at this point.
And St. Ynez traffic, White Skyhawk 5521 Quebec, clear the active 26.
So you turn at the water reservoir, or you turn when you're 45?
Yep. It seems a bit wide, but people get accustomed to flying a Santa Ynez pattern here, Santa Paula pattern, but we're at 1,000 feet AGL, so we're a little bit higher than you think. So I'd give yourself a little bit more power, like 2,000 RPM.
Santa Ynez traffic, Cessna 9er Mike Bravo on left downwind over the reservoir, Santa Ynez. Might as well say it.
Runway 26. Don't forget the runway, right? Yeah. Just remember to say the runway.
Alright, so everything else is normal from here.
Yeah, it's just...
I don't see any planes.
This is more of an Oxnard pattern, right? Remember, we're at 1,000 feet AGL. But, yep, everything stays the same. Downwind's clear in front of us, base is clear, final's clear. No one trying to cut us off. Checking the 45 to the downwind, because someone could be ripping it in here. They also do gliders on the little dirt part before the runway itself, so...
Beam, carpet's already on, 15.
Good. Okay.
Good, and we are good for flaps, pitch for 80.
Yep.
Nose down a bit.
Yeah.
This plane's a little faster, so I'm going to keep...
Okay.
Santa Ynez traffic, Cessna 9er Mike Bravo on left base, runway 26, Santa Ynez.
Good.
I think right about here because it's wider?
Yeah. Especially since you just called it too, you know, I would go ahead and turn it.
That makes sense.
Surprisingly. Yeah, in this little roundabout here is not a bad spot to use for like a reference point. Winds are light, so 60 for approach speed's fine.
Danny Ynez traffic, Cessna 9er Mike Bravo on final runway 26. Danny Ynez.
Alright, we've got the little
a little high.
Yeah.
What it's saying, so I'll pull a little power.
Yep, you got power to pull.
I'll add flaps.
Good. We've reduced thrust and we've increased drag, so we'll use that to help us lose altitude. And remember, you got, some extra airspeed to lose, so just keep that sight picture. Now we're at 65.
Already at idle.
Yep, just keep dragging it in. A little bit off to the left side, good. Yep, keep that nose down, fly it in a ground effect. Alright, start looking down the runway. Slowly transition. Hold off, keep pulling back, right rudder. Alright, keep holding off. Hold it right rudder, good. Smoothly add brakes, full back pressure, all the way back. We can probably take Delta. Yes, we can. So you can turn onto this taxiway here, Alpha. We'll stop. So you can say San Ynez traffic, Cessna 9 Mike Bravo is clear of 26 at Delta.
Danny Ynez traffic, Cessna 9er Mike Bravo is clear of 26 at Delta. Okay, well, that landing was horrible.
We're going to stop, and after landing checklist. Okay, we're going to hit the timer. We're now hour and 19 minutes in the flight. Okay, and we're squawking VFR, because that never changed. We never opened a flight plan, so we don't have anything to close. All right, and then we'll taxi back to the runway. Right. Yeah, so you just got to hold it off a bit more.
Yeah.
Basically. I
also thought like, oh man, I'm running out of runway here.
Yeah, well, we did have a bit of extra energy because we were at 65 instead of 60. Right? So we just had a little bit too much extra energy. But that's why I like to have people fly a bit wider, because you're at 1,000 feet, not 600 feet AGL, like you would be at San Paula. So, surprisingly, people tend to have a hard time picking up this place. But overall, the approach is pretty solid. I mean, we weren't like way off or anything.
Bouncing down the runway.
Oh, yeah.
It does change everything to go to a new airport.
Oh, yeah.
And not know where to make the turns and
oh, yeah.
Like wing it. I bet that takes some experience to kind of...
Oh, yeah, you can like be the king of Oxnard or whatever, and then you go anywhere else, and it's like, it's like, like in sports, right? The home field advantage is huge.
Oh, yeah, big time.
When you're used to your environment, that's one thing. So what I like to do as we approach this area, I want us to swing wide so we're not hogging the whole short spot if someone wants to come in. But as you make this turn to the left, notice the noise abatement procedure here. Turn left to a heading of 210 until reaching pattern altitude when safety permits.
I'm going to write that down.
Yeah. Why don't you go and pause here, take a quick note of that.
So as soon as I take off, I am at 5, or as soon as I'm at...
As soon as you are over the runway 8 portion of the runway, turn left to a heading of 210. So remember, we're on runway 26, so our heading's going to be over here, but you need to turn left to a heading of 210.
Okay. Let me double check this here. We're at 678.
Yeah, go ahead and make sure that's properly set.
Ynez, traffic helicopter 54 Lima, taxiing from transient to 26 for a northwest departure.
We're at 674 feet. So, need a sip of water too before we go.
Cool. So this is your new one, and I'm just curious what the flight time is. 53 nautical miles. What about the 32 minutes? Okay, gotcha. All right, yeah, we should be right on time then. All right, so before we get all fancy and take off, we're going to check everything here.
We'll be taking off on the taxiway for a left turnout now, Ynez.
Should I swing a little wider and pitch at those?
I would go out of 45, yeah. Just like, yeah, what we would do at Santa Paula.
Okay.
So we're starting with the comms. Com 1 active looks good.
Yeah, and com 2 looks good as departure.
Good. Let's take a look at the GPS. Push flight plan. Our active leg is from San Ynez to San Marcos, and then we've got...
Hold on, let me catch up in my brain. San Ynez to San Marcos is risen, and then and then to risen,
yep,
and then to Santa Paula.
Okay, so that looks reasonable to me. We're going to work down to com 2.
Okay, we have a... Oh, that's going to be weather information.
We're not going to have... We don't really have, so we don't really need to mess with com 2.
Com 1 will be my VOR.
So look at nav 2.
Which is 1. I could just switch this.
Yeah, switch it over.
114.90. Yeah.
And if you know what heading you're going to initially fly, you can set that up.
I'm going to go 297. Okay. 2, and then
the heading of 97, yeah. So go ahead and put 97 in there.
7, 8, 9. Yeah?
Yeah, about right there. Yeah. And remember, a good shortcut, east is 90, south is 180, west is 270, north is 360.
Know that in my brain.
It's a bit easier than starting at these headings and then working.
Agreed. Okay, good tip. All right, then pre-takeoff, so bank to the left.
Yeah.
Flaps up. Cool. Mixture rich, lights on, trim.
Okay. And then obviously if we had a flight plan, we would go ahead and open it, activate it, but we're going to skip that.
Thank you for saying that. Yep. Would I tell them, I don't need to tell them taxi to 26 or?
No, so you're just going to say San Ynez traffic,
like
Cessna 9 Mike Bravo, yep, departing 26, left downwind departure.
San Ynez traffic, Cessna 9 Mike Bravo, departing runway 26 for a left downwind departure. Santa Paula, or San Ynez.
There you go.
Old habits.
Oh yeah. Now as part of the camera and lights camera action, let's go ahead and start our timer, so hit the starter, good. Windsock is light variable. Yep. Maybe a slight right crosswind.
All right, our gauge is green. Airspeed's coming up. Good. Alright, so once I'm at the end of the runway, I need to go to 210.
Correct. So right about here, yep.
Would I call this a crosswind?
Yeah, I would do, left crosswind.
San Ynez traffic, Cessna 9 Mike Bravo on left crosswind, runway 26, San Ynez. Alright, we are climbing to 5,500. 5,500.
Yeah. And again, you can use, kind of that reservoir as a reference for your left crosswind, or left downwind.
San Ynez traffic, Cessna 9er Mike Bravo on a left downwind departure for runway 26, San Ynez. Alright, I want to turn to 100, well, I can't do that yet until I'm clear of the... I probably can, right? Does it really matter? I'm not turning towards the right.
So I would just stay on the left downwind leg right now and think about it. You're going to be intercepting your direct course to San Marcos, so you're actually doing all right. Yeah, you don't really have to do anything from here. Obviously, you just keep looking for traffic, the usual stuff.
So on this one, on ForeFlight, it has us hitting those mountains.
What do you mean?
When you look at the profile?
Oh, yeah.
It says you impact the mountains.
Oh, yeah, because obviously that's where we're pointing, is at those mountains. But, yeah, that's obviously not where we're flying. So if you think about it, you're all set, because this thing should start to come in the center. And then, you'll be all good.
Alright, I'm going to start slowly banking.
Okay. And if we lost an engine from here, we could definitely turn back to the airport, no problem.
I do want to book on top of everything just like an emergency deal with you again, where we actually, maybe on a slow day, even if we fly up here, like do all the weird stuff, like the descending 360s to a landing.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know, we actually practice those?
No, but we did do the engine out into the traffic pattern to land, right? Okay.
Yeah, we've done that a couple times.
Okay.
But I'd like to do the ones where it's like that, where we had to do a serious slip and like, we do it, but I want to actually do it if we're allowed to.
Well, what we can do is a cabin fire, which basically, but have we done an emergency descent? Where you have a scenario such as, well, that's an engine fire, right? Engine fire is different. Engine fire, it takes on a similar nature, but you're not really trying to lose altitude. You're trying to increase airspeed because you're trying to blow the fire out. And then we're crossing 3,000 feet now, so extra 1 inch. But like a cabin fire or like a rapid decompression
I looked at
is an emergency descent where you're basically pinning for like as fast as you can reasonably go for the winds you have. So if it's a really turbulent day, you'd want to probably just pitch for maneuvering speed. But if it's smooth as glass like right now, you want to like pitch for 120. And you want to like drop like a rock. You're trying to do an emergency descent, which is on the ACS standards too. But yeah, we could definitely do kind of
like a full-blown emergency day.
Emergency day, yeah.
But where we actually land, that's okay.
You mean like at the airport?
Yeah. Like when we did the power off stuff, but we're too high to make the runway. We have no power, so we got to nail that like sight picture and really.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, we can do engine outs into Santa Paula, traffic permitting, of course, depending on what day it is. But we could do it like stupid high, like 4,000 feet or 3,000 feet, and then, all right, have you basically do some spirals. You're basically, flying traffic pattern circuits at that point.
All right, so we're pretty much on here, and we're on there.
Yeah, and then what I would do is do a last call.
Okay.
Since we're basically at Lake Kachuma.
Let me think what to say. I'm going to wing it. They don't care about altitude or anything, right?
I would still say altitude because maybe someone's in the area and wants to know where you are.
San Ynez traffic, Cessna 9er Mike Bravo over Lake Kachuma at 4,100 feet, departing the area to the south, last call. San Ynez.
So are we really going to the south, or what cardinal direction are we going?
We're going east.
We're going
southeast,
east, exactly.
East, southeast.
Yeah, east, southeast, so. Okay. All right, we're done with San Ynez. So we're aviating, navigating.
We can now switch to flight following.
Yeah. And we want to fly
122 point.
What are you looking for?
Making sure I went to the right.
Oh.
I didn't. Oh yeah, 124.15 for departure, and that's Santa Barbara, right?
Yeah.
So it's Santa Barbara approach.
Santa Barbara approach. Descend to maintain 7,000. You can expect the visual approach runway 29er.
Cessna 739er Mike Bravo. VFR request.
2392. Verify you're not clear for the approach. I expect the visual approach runway 29er.
We're over Lake Casitas. Give the altitude.
Lake Casitas?
Lake Cachuma.
Okay.
Give the altitude, and we are headed back to
314. Expect an extended downwind vector for sequence will be number 2 of the airport.
5,000 feet or 5,000?
Oh, right. 5,500.
Good. Okay, sounds good with me.
Cessna 5 Tango Foxtrot, cross El Zeus,
remember to make sure you're flying,
3,500, clear our nav runway 30 approach,
just a little bit off to the right, and you can see that on this as well.
Above 3,500, clear for our nav approach 30.
That's telling me you need to turn back to the left a bit.
Angel Flight 7611, change my frequency 124.15.
Yeah, so keep turning to the left. Let's try to get on 100.
I was flying 110. I was flying it, but it was off. I didn't recheck it. Should have.
And since we're approaching cruise altitude anyways, let's just fly the airplane
my frequency 124.15. Uni 76 Lima, turn right, clear direct to Benoche. American 2392, descend to maintain 5,000.
Alright, wait for that RPM drop. Okay.
Angel Flight 7611, Santa Barbara approach, out of here.
A little bit more nose down trim to count.
I was pulling back a little bit, like an idiot.
Cool. There's the slight drop. 3, 2, 3. Good.
Alright, so now we'll go ahead and call them.
Okay. Now remember to navigate first, double check your heading, making sure you're flying 100.
Okay, there we go.
You're on about 110 right now, so you need to go 10 more degrees to the left. You can cross-check that with your GPS, see how you're pointing off to the right a bit, see how you're to the right of your VOR heading as well. So you need to turn back to the left about 10 degrees. Especially because we have airspace over here.
Yeah, we want to avoid that.
And we haven't contacted him yet, so we want to make sure we're...
323 Echo Zulu, standby departure, radar
here's
contact.
A good situational awareness moment. Notice how we got handed off, and
3 Echo Zulu, radar contact.
You wrote down the frequencies on your previous
and then I tossed it in the back seat.
So here's the thing. Do you remember off the top of your head which frequency we were talking to in Santa Barbara over here?
I thought it was Santa Barbara until we went to Point Magoo.
But there was a second Santa Barbara frequency. There wasn't 124.15, there was someone else.
Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head what it was.
This one right here.
Cherokee 304, contact Center Tower, 118.3.
Okay.
So go ahead and switch to 125.4.
Skywest 342, reduce speed to 170.
Point what?
125.4. Because remember...
And switch it?
Yep, switch it.
Well, then I had the wrong ones written down on my...
But, because San Ynez is back there, notice how we're traveling towards Santa Barbara?
Yeah.
Remember, these different approach controllers, they control different lateral and vertical areas.
Gotcha.
So,
gotcha, that was Santa Maria that we got handed off to, then Santa Barbara, then, okay.
Exactly.
I understand now, thank you.
Okay, so, do you see the VOR up ahead, by the way?
I do see it.
Okay, there you go. All right, you can go and ask for your flight following when you're ready. And for your location now, you're obviously not over Lake Kachuma anymore, so...
Like, we'll be over the San Marcos VOR at that point.
Yeah.
Santa Barbara approach, Cessna 739er Mike Bravo, VFR request.
Cessna 739er Mike Bravo, approach, say request.
We are almost to the San Marcos VOR at 5,500 feet, head to Santa Paula at 5,500.
Cessna 9er Mike Bravo, Santa Barbara altimeter 3012 and squawk 4724.
Squawking 4724, 9er Mike Bravo, thank you.
So 3012 is going to be that first tick. Wrong one.
That's not it, so you know that.
Departure exit jet 156 out of 1500 for 3000.
Exit jet 156, Santa Barbara departure, radar contact,
so
maintain
green,
8000.
Green,
8000,
got gas.
Yep.
Santa Mike Bravo, radar contact, half mile west, San Marcos Vortex.
Just say 9er Mike Bravo.
9er Mike Bravo.
Helicopter 54 Lima, connect tower 119er point down for transition.
So it's going to get all silly here.
Okay,
but I see it.
1954 Lima.
Yep. And I want to go, when it switches to from, I want to go 102 degrees.
Okay, 102.
28 Romeo, obstruction traffic, 12 o'clock, 5 miles southeastbound, Skyhawk.
I can start turning it now because I can see it, right?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, Romeo's looking.
Yeah?
Yeah, about right there.
And then I will
Skyhawk 9 Mike Bravo, obstruction traffic, 12 o'clock, 5 miles, Cirrus VFR 6,500.
Checking 9er Mike Bravo.
Exit at 156, fly heading 150.
Heading 150, jet 156.
King Air 7 Victor Alpha, contact Los Angeles Center 119.05.
1905 for 7 Victor Alpha, thanks.
Also, just as a heads up, the proper phraseology is looking for traffic.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Okay, Romeo has that traffic in sight.
Know what you
See you, Romeo, roger.
I think he sees us, but I don't see him.
Yeah, I do not see him. But we're looking.
Exit at 156, contact Los Angeles Center 135.5.
All right, 35.5, exit jet 156.
Hey, we were past San Marcos. That was at about 132. Cool.
And that's Carpinteria.
Oh, yeah. That was your next waypoint, right?
Yeah, do you see them on our...
Oh, I don't
yes,
have
it
the...
is.
Did I even turn... No,
it's on mine. Mine should come in because it's connected to my...
Maybe you turn on traffic. I don't even see traffic on here.
Yeah, it's on here somewhere. Hold on, let me make sure my hotspot's on. My hotspot turned off.
I have mine set. Negative contact. Although he is off the right, maybe. I think he changed directions.
And I'm a little low.
Yep. Back up to 55.
Skyhawk 168, contact Point Magoo approach 128.65.
I can start doing that, 128.65, right?
Aha, exactly. So, yeah. So, Point Magoo, so 128.65 is a Point Magoo controller who controls a higher level of airspace. And it typically starts at about... Now, the reason why they gave it to that plane is because they were at IFR at 7,000 feet. So...
Stick with what he tells us.
I would, yeah, exactly. I mean, we can anticipate, but it may be different than what actually happens. Cool.
All right, we're online here, we're online here, and we're online here.
Yeah, looking good. Ground speed's about 101. If you go and hit flight plan real quickly. We got about 20 more minutes until Santa Paula, just from a timing perspective. So you can check hit flight plan again. Cool. Yeah, we'll probably get back.
There's 2 at Romeo, contact
right
approach 124.15.
124.15. Okay, Romeo, good day.
Everything. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of foggle work. So whenever you're ready, I can take over flight controls.
Your controls.
My controls.
Okay.
Santa Barbara, Southwest 639, 14,000, descending to 9,000, information November.
Southwest 639, Santa Barbara approach, flighting at 210, vectors descent to the RNAV visual approach. Descend and maintain 3000.
We're at the Ynez visual, 25, Southwest 639.
RPM's dropped a little bit for
Southwest
some reason.
639 and descend and maintain 3000.
Hey, give it a crack more power.
Southwest 630.
Probably didn't have the friction lock quite as tight.
Southwest 639, expect the approach from Bluff.
We'll plan on the approach from Bluff, Southwest 639.
Yeah, so you just need to trim nose down a little bit more, fix that altitude.
Carp, and we'll turn to 85. Cool. But we're not to carp yet.
Standby departure, friendly 33 is climbing out of 1000 for 3000, 255 heading.
Southwest 639, turn right, heading 360, one elbow, direct Bluff.
Right turn 360, direct Bluff, enable Southwest 639.
Friendly 3033, Santa Barbara departure, radar contact, climb maintain 8000.
8000, friendly 33.
Gauges are all green. What I have our ground speed at?
Santa Barbara approach, American 2876 is with you, 14,000 descending to 9,000 with information November.
114, okay.
American 2876, Santa Barbara approach, descend and maintain 6000, expect vectors descent, visual approach runway 25.
We're at 2400.
Alright, sir, 6,000 expecting vectors for the descent, visual 25, American 2876, thank you.
Cool. Other than that, things look good. Coming up on carp.
American 2876, sliding 220.
Heading 220, American 2876.
Friendly 3033, contact LA Center, 119.05.
I don't have anything to help me from carp. It's just going to be turning to 85 degrees.
At 10 o'clock and 1-2 miles.
We've got Santa Barbara Airport side, Southwest
right
639.
there.
Southwest 639, cross Bluff, at or above 3000, clear on visual approach, runway 25.
Cross Bluff, at or above 3000, clear visual approach, 25, Southwest 639.
Yeah, about right there in the middle is good. And we're at about...
Alright, so we're passing over it now. I can't look out to verify.
Yep, that's
so
fine.
Now I'm going to turn to 85 degrees.
American 2876, descend and maintain 3000.
Continue descent to 3000, American 2876.
Alright, we're at 85 degrees.
Okay. Cool, cool.
Alright.
Southwest 639, contact tower 119.7.
Over to tower,
so when we're 13 miles away, I need to start my descent.
Okay. 9 Mike Bravo, contact Point Magoo approach, 128.65.
0.65, right? Yep. Contact Point Magoo at 128.65, 9 Mike Bravo, thank you. Alright. So this is where I just tell them where I'm at, or I don't say anything, right? I just tell them my altitude.
And Navajo 282.
You don't have to tell them where you are because they have your squawk code.
Momentarily, so
You're just going to say, Point Magoo approach, Cessna 739 Mike Bravo, 5,500.
Point Magoo approach, Cessna 739er Mike Bravo at 5,500.
November 739er Mike Bravo, Magoo approach, altimeter 3012.
3012, 9er Mike Bravo. We're there.
Summary approach, Cessna 739 Delta X-ray, climbing through 4,800 for 5,500.
November 739er Delta X-ray, Magoo approach, altimeter 3012.
3012, we're Cessna 172 Farm Golf, and we'll be requesting a practice VOR approach to Whiteman. We'll advise the ATIS.
9er Delta X-ray, you can make that request with the next controller, but stay with me for now.
Will do, 9 Delta X-ray.
Yeah, it's not, too crazy of corrections either.
November 907 Delta, contact Magoo approach on 124.7. November 41 907 Delta, contact Magoo approach on 124.7.
24.7, 907 Delta.
Coast 41, Magoo approach, radar contact. And I have your clearance back to China Lake, if I'm ready to copy. So 41 is cleared to China Lake via radar vectors Fillmore, Rosie, direct. Maintain 8,000, expect flight level 210 in 5 minutes. Squawk 4613.
Lake Casitas coming out. Can I look just for the view?
Yeah, you can pop up, see what it looks like.
Nice to see the island back again.
I know.
What a great view, and you're not letting me see it.
I'll give you a few more minutes back.
All right, I'm back.
Yep. And I'll give you about 4 more minutes, then you can take them off. At least we can walk point 2.
Coast 41, contact LA Center on 327.1. Have a good one.
Alright, well, while I'm doing this...
Navajo 282, reverse course.
282, roger.
Yeah. Santa Paula is 122.9.
There we go. Staying ahead of it. There you go, you can correct your heading.
November 9er Delta X-ray, contact SoCal approach 134.2.
Contact approach at 134.2, 9 Delta X-ray.
Magoo approach, Cherokee 5676 Victor, 255, climbing 4,000.
November 5676 Victor, Magoo approach, climb and maintain 5,000.
5,000, 76 Victor.
Alright, you can go ahead and take your goggles off.
Alright, we're almost at 13 miles. we're clear of any mountains. I got all kinds of fields around me, some riverbed.
Good.
I don't want to go that way.
Yeah, not much on those mountains. Also, there's a couple, check out that group of fields down there.
Yeah, those are nice.
Fields. Yeah, that's usually what I like to do when I do engine cuts with people here. Okay, and you know when you're top
13 miles.
Good.
So let's pull some power.
November 76 Victor, turn right heading 060, vectors for Van Nuys.
060, vectors for Van Nuys, 6 Victor.
And at this point, you can obviously kind of tell where St. Paul is.
Yeah, now I kind of wanted to not, I'll peek at this, but I want to aim for where I know the bridge is, which is right there.
Yeah, Satakoy is going to be right there. Because at this point, you know, we don't really know if it's runway 4 yet, or if it's 22. Obviously, that's kind of a later thing, but...
All right, a little more power.
Yeah, maybe a bit more back pressure. You want to kind of slow down the speed and slow down the descent rate. You can just use pitch to do that. And remember, when you start saying you can go adjust the mixture so it's at 1 inch. Yeah.
So in reality, if I didn't do that, we would have just been listening. I would have heard a sputter, seen an RPM drop, and then, oh crap.
Yeah,
right?
And honestly, like on descent, it's not as critical because you're not really loading the engine up too much. But if you had to go around, like, yeah, you're definitely you're gonna get some, you know, pre-ignition, some detonation. Right, because basically you're starving it of fuel, so it's gonna run hot. You're basically like melting the cylinders. And especially since you're paying, you know, a wet rate on the airplane rental, you know, being a little bit on the richer side, it's not really gonna...
Magoo approach. Good morning, Cessna 186 Charlie Sierra, 9000.